Good morning, Samuel here again. You may recall on my first video a week or two ago, I mentioned that this process consciously started for me around about 18 years ago. Of course, it started prior to that, many years before that. But this process of becoming at one with my inner self began actually 18 years ago. I was given the tools by other people who had proven the benefit of these tools. And what I would like to do this morning is publicly express my sincerest, heartfelt gratitude to those wonderful people who assisted me in becoming what I am, helping me in many, many ways. You know, we're all pupils and we're all teachers. Sometimes we meet people and they share something with us which is absolutely timely. Perfect timing, divine timing. It may come in the form of a book, it may come in the form of a song. And indeed, prior to 1998, 18 odd years ago, 19 years ago, it actually came in the form of a diagram, the I am diagram, which I've referred to in my previous video, first one actually. It can be seen on my website. It's called the I am diagram. And that came from Jan de Vries's book about stress and nervous disorders. Whenever I had recently, prior to that time, in 1993, been diagnosed with a thing called chronic fatigue, or ME. That's all past in history now. So in 1998, I was very, very privileged indeed to meet some wonderful, wonderful people who shared with me the tools that have helped me. And ultimately all we are, each and every one of us, is no more and no less than a channel for the expression of who we truly are. And that's what these wonderful people were to me. They shared with me the truth that comes from within. It's within all of us. The truth that sets us free. And free from what? Free from years, generations, maybe thousands of years of programming. Mental programming. To such a degree that it was genetically encoded, perhaps, in our forebears. We inherited those thought patterns. So, my sincerest thanks and gratitude to these wonderful people. You know who you are. So with that in mind, what I would like to do today is to continue that process. You know, that which we are given from the heart is to be shared from the heart, from the core, from the essence of who these wonderful people actually are. It was given to them to share. Where did it come from? It came from Source. And the I am in me and the I am in you, as we shared in a previous video, is Source. Some people call it God, some people call it Allah, some people call it Jehovah, Yahweh. Doesn't matter. Creation of consciousness. It's the same thing. It's the creative source. The I am that I am. In my previous video, I touched on what's currently happening in our world. What's currently happening within us? What's currently happening with planet Earth? Well, in very simple terms, the Earth is getting rid of the world. The world and the Earth are two different things. The Earth is the creation of Source. This is my feeling. The world is the creation of man's mind. Our physical bodies have manifested so much of what has been impacted upon us in our minds. We are one with the Earth, and the Earth is one with us. So we are also in the process of removing toxins, things that are not congruent with our truth, our inner selves, our I am presence. So we are in the process of having these things being removed from us on a physical, mental, and emotional level. In other words, the mind and the body is having to come in line with love and light of Source, the creative source, the I am that is in you and the I am that is in me. And that is why many of us in recent weeks and months and years, perhaps, have been going through purging, cleansing, clearing, purification, where the mind and the body is having to come in line with the soul, because the essence of who you and I are is that we are the soul with a heart, mind and body. That's who we are. We are not our mind, we are not our physical body. But that's how the world looks on themselves, looks on us as human beings. We're a body with a mind. That's the upside down world. The truth is, we are a soul, heart, mind, and body. All four in one. And what is currently happening is the integration of all those four aspects of our being. Soul, heart, mind, and body. Spiritual being, emotional, mental, and physical being. Whereby our physical body and our mind, our mental and emotional being, is no more and no less than channels, tools for the expression of our I am presence. That's the essence of it. So that involves that process of integration, involves our higher selves, i.e. our soul and our heart, having the truth come from Source through us into our mind to be manifested by our physical being, our thoughts, our words, and our actions. So we have congruency. Now this process, when it starts, brings up a resistance, of course, from the lower mind, or the ego, the shadow self. I mean, our mind, you think our mind wants to release control? Absolutely not. But the more we meditate, the more we integrate, the more we become as one. that resistance process eventually becomes less, until the mind is a tool for the expression of the soul and the heart. And then we live from our soul, we live from our heart. Our mind and our body are tools for the expression of our true essence. That's exactly what's happening right now. And that which is happening on an individual level is happening on a collective level. So all that unnecessary, unwanted stuff within us and around us has to go. It's like a well that was covered up. The well gets reopened. The well starts to clear from the inside out, and it removes anything and anyone indeed that is not congruent with the truth of who we are, our higher selves. So that also impacts on our relationships, personal relationships and professional relationships. Anything that is not of the love and the light frequency, higher frequency of our soul, of our I am presence, has to leave or come in line with their I am presence within themselves. In other words, they go through the same process. So that's what is happening within us as individuals, but it's also happening across the world. We are made of the earth. So that which we are going through, the earth is going through. The world has got to come in line with the higher frequency of source, as our minds and bodies have to come in line with our soul. Very simple. So a couple little tips to assist in that. Spend as much time in nature as we possibly can. As much time with the animal kingdom. There's so much to learn from them. Taking time out to smell the roses, taking time out to just be who we are, wherever we are. And also be around those of the same frequency, same wavelength. Birds of a feather flock together. Being around people with open hearts who are loving, gentle, kind and caring, compassionate, true to themselves. And on that note, I just would like to leave you with this. Home is where the heart is. And the heart is who we truly are, our heart and soul. Follow the heart, listen to our gut. And also, some of the most beautiful words and true words that were ever written were, above all, to thine own self be true. Then thou canst not be false to any man or woman indeed. So with that, I wish you a beautiful day. Be true to yourself. I will talk to you again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.